I'm Jesse Bloodgood, and this is Steadman Studios Live.
I spent a whole lot of time worrying about us last night. I spent a whole lot of hours wondering what of mine is ours. Do we share this love anymore? Because we're further away than ever before. I spent a whole lot of time worrying about us last night. You love to think of the past like the floppy disk. The memory stick was much easier. You stick it in and pull it out, and then that's that. Because life's about quickness, life's about fast pace. Like we're all in a race, just speeding to the finish line, not giving ourselves any time to try and appreciate the places we've been or the people we've met. Just the things that we own with the money we spent. When you figure the meaning of life wouldn't revolve around a resume, but everyone's in such a race and everyone's in such a hurry. We sit too long in a single place and we grab to worry, we get anxious. Then we forget about quality. Love becomes a thing we do to keep up with the philosophy that life's about efficiency, not about direction. Love's about meeting our needs, not about affection. I spent a whole lot of time worrying about us last night. I spent a whole lot of hours wondering what of mine is ours. Or do you care for me anymore? Because there's nothing left of what we were before. I spent a whole lot of time worrying about us last night. And maybe when we're older, things will make a little more sense. We'll get over finding fun at someone else's expense, and we'll try to live up to the vows that we made and promise to keep back on our wedding days. But right now, that just doesn't seem likely. There once was a time that you used to be like me, and I wish we could have stayed that way. So maybe I'm the one who needs to think of how to change my worldview. Is it just all messed up because I thought that the world depended on love? Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that I saw it all right. Tell me that I didn't waste my time last night. I spent a whole lot of time worrying about us last night. I spent a whole lot of hours wondering what of mine is ours. Do you even recognize me? Because you sound like a stranger whenever we speak. I spent a whole lot of time wondering what of mine is ours. Bit of product placement right there. We are biting dust with our chattering teeth, nibbling on the crust. It's grown too hard to eat. See, I used to go to school with a drop-dead girl. I used to play it cool, but then I got burned. I used to skip class with a math teacher's daughter. Oh, she was pretty cute, but you know that I couldn't stand her father. He was so obtuse, because he was the math teacher, get it? And we are biting dust with our chattering teeth, nibbling on the crust. It's grown too hard to eat. Your cousin got his hands on a half-liter bottle. Yeah, we sucked it down like soup the morning after we woke up in a puddle, composed of our own puke. Now we are biting dust with our chattering teeth, nibbling on the crust. It's grown too hard to eat. We were inseparable once, but now we hardly speak. And we are biting dust with our chattering teeth. I used to skip school with a half-liter bottle and a drop-dead girl. It wasn't good, but at least it was special. Oh, and now it really hurts to hear you say what you've been saying lately. Oh, that you think I am falling behind. Been saying it a hell of a lot lately. You say it all of the time. I used to go to school with a drop-dead girl, but she thinks I am falling behind. Used to skip school with a drop-dead girl. Oh, but she thinks I am falling behind. Used to go to school with a drop-dead girl, but she says I am falling behind.
It sounds good.
Thank you.
So, just a couple questions. So, what would you say are your musical inspirations?
Do you mean like artists or just...
Artists, whoever, who inspires you?
So you're talking about like people, not like me going out into the forest.
I mean, you can do music or
like
people, whoever.
Transcending or something.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I think that my inspiration as far as music goes, or just like my creative outlet, just comes from everything around me and all sorts of people. But I mean, who really got me started on the music track would obviously be like my family, my dad especially, just because he'd done it for so many years, and I started to get on that path. And then my brother, because we had a band and we've just been cranking out tunes over and over again until we finally realized how to actually make music. So and then all the artists that I listen to, all the music that I listen to especially reflects in my own songwriting. So I think that's definitely, part of the source as to where my songwriting comes from.
And then when did you start playing guitar and singing?
I started playing guitar well after I started playing piano. But I started banging on the keys like I was like 7 or 8, and of course I wasn't good back then. But
it takes time.
Yeah, right, it does. And I would sing all the time along with other music just coming from a CD player or all the sorts of technology we used to use back in the day, right? But I really feel like I noticed that I was good at it, or what I think is good at it at least, 6th or 7th grade, and started to take it kind of seriously. And then by like high school, I was like, okay, this is something I take really seriously. And by the time that I reached that point, I was good enough at the piano that I kind of translated into the guitar, so I was able to learn that.
Okay, so why don't we do 2 more songs and I'll ask you some more questions.
Sounds good. So those first 2 songs I did are on my album that's coming out, debut album. Hooray. On my birthday, June 12th. This is the only song I'm going to play today that's not on the album. This is called Restore Me. If you're walking away again, please don't leave without saying good night. You must got better things to do. I cannot find a way to blame you for this book's trouble reading. If my paper's all frayed at the corners, would you be able to restore me? And if the world came down on me tonight, oh, would you be there to make it alright? Oh, if my paper's all frayed at the corners, would you be able to restore me? And if the world came down on me tonight, or would you be there to make it alright? I felt your heartbeat beat out of turn. I don't know what I learned
and now you're gone. This is so long, but I guess we'll carry on. Oh, oh. Oh, now you said you'd always be there, but hell no, I ain't keeping score, and no one's keeping track. But if I fell down again to shit and you saw it, would you need to see much more to come back? And if my paper's all frayed at the corners, would you be able to restore me? And if the world came down on me tonight, oh, would you be there to make it alright? And if my paper's all frayed at the corners, would you be able to restore me? And if the world came down on me tonight, would you be there to make it alright? I felt your heart once beating for me. I don't know what that means. If it was love, then why can't you stay? Why must you run away? Oh, I felt your heart once beating for me. I don't know what that means. If it was love, then why can't you stay? Why must you run? Why must you run away? I have felt your damn heart beating. I have felt your damn heart beating. And I have felt your damn heart beating. And I swear it wasn't a dream. Sooner or later you are gonna grow up and decide that it's time to draw the line. Sooner or later you are gonna grow up and decide that it's time to draw the line. Oh, I used to just stand there, faceless in the background, the one no one cared for or even knew about. They didn't know the writer that I kept inside. They only knew the introvert who made the poet high. But then the spotlight had finally found my face. The crowds cheered me on, shook the whole damn place. And it's ironic now, everybody knows my name, and there's a lot of people out there that wish they could say the same. But don't be so surprised just because you hear me rapping. It wasn't too long ago you found out that I could sing. I digress because none of this matters since I'm still here and my dreams are fractured. I may never get out of this town, but I swear in my life that I deserve it. Well, whatever, cause sooner or later you are gonna grow up and decide that it's time to draw the line. Sooner or later you are gonna grow up and decide that it's time to draw the line. And I may never get out of this town, but I swear in my life that I'll keep building rocket ships for you to shoot down. Cause I swear in my life that I may never get out of this town, but I swear in my life that I'll keep building rocket ships for you to shoot down. Cause I swear in my life, that I was born to fly. Sooner or later you are gonna grow up and decide that it's time to draw the line. Sooner or later you are gonna grow up and decide that it's time to draw the line. And I may never get out of this town, but swear in my life that I was born to fly. Oh, if I play my cards right, there doesn't need to be a line. Been following dreams with rocket ship blueprints. Insanity they've deemed as the source to my movements. Repeating failed behaviors while waiting on improvements. But you know, mankind didn't make it to the moon on the very first try, and neither would you, so give me some time to really reach for the sky before you grab me by my collar and tell me to draw the line. That's that.
All right, so got a couple hypotheticals for you, okay?
Okay.
So if you
scary.
if you had won $1 million, what would you do with it?
Okay, it would never happen, but if I did, I mean, gosh, I hope I'd save some of it, you know? Well, the very first thing I do with it is probably, like, not tell anybody, because everyone would want to get it from me, you know? All my relatives I never knew I had. I don't know, maybe I'd do something like, I go out and, like, I don't know, like, buy, like, a candy bar or something, you know? Just, like, because I've got the money, like, what if I just didn't do something, like, extravagant, if I just did something stupid and small? But, I would so waste a ton of money on music equipment. It would be bad. Yeah, I might like hide like half of it from myself and find it like 20 years later. That's probably what I do.
Okay. And then my second question: if you could have your dream concert, okay, and you could have, and you're gonna headline, okay?
Okay.
Who would you want as your other acts or like bands around you to put on this concert? That could be anybody.
I mean, that's a hard question. I mean, I love the front bottoms. They're so raw and like so appropriate for college age kids to listen to that would be pretty cool. I really like Ace Enders. He's in like 3 or 4 different bands. He made his own recording studio in like the basement of a department store.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. And I mean, I wouldn't want anybody who's gonna outplay me. So I mean, all these people I'm naming out, you know, like they're all better than I am.
Well, you're the headliner.
Yeah, right. And I like Kevin Devine, Bad Books, Manchester Orchestra, that kind of culture. You know?
Okay. So you want to do one more song?
Sure.
All right, hold
on. Yeah, I watched the first. Well, I guess you did a 4th session yesterday. You said.
Yeah.
But I watched the first 3, and they're pretty tight. Good camera work, and the sound is great. You know.
I will love you tomorrow and the next day, and this is goodbye but not forever. I'll see you later, I'll see you soon. I walked those streets with you and let you teach me to feel every step. And life is circles and wheels and swirls. We heal only to get ready to be wounded again. And this world's a bitch and I grow sick of it, but you make it all together worth living in. So I will love you tomorrow and the next day, and this is goodbye but not forever. I'll see you later, I'll see you soon. I've learned from consequences and second chances that mistakes were made to teach us how it is that we must change. We review our stances and use them as gambits to open our brains so they can't get in our hearts' ways. And I will love you tomorrow, and the next day, and this is goodbye, but not forever. I'll see you later, I'll see you soon. And yes, I cried half of the bus ride home, but the snow was falling at the terminal in Williamsport, PA. And it reminded me of the times that we will share for 28 December days. Yo, one more time. I will love you tomorrow, and the next day, and this is goodbye, but not forever. I'll see you later, I'll see you soon, and I will see you again in Watkins Glen. I will love you tomorrow, and the next day, and forever after, with windy whispers and sunny smiles.
Nice.
What do you think?
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Ready for this super serious question?
I don't believe you when you say it's super serious, judging by the smile on your face.
You ready for this? What is your favorite type of ice cream?
That actually is kind of a serious question. Gosh. I don't know if I should use product names on here. You know, maybe you guys are going to get into some copyright troubles, but I've already got Aquafina on here. So I really like, I like all sorts of ice cream, unless it's got like nuts in it usually. I don't really like that. But I love how I'm talking like so philosophically about it. But Americone Dream by Ben & Jerry's.
Okay.
With Stephen Colbert on the front. And I swear it's not because he's on the front that I like it. You know, that's just a plus. But you know, it's
the added benefit.
Yeah, it's got like waffle cone chips like put into it, so it's really good. What about you?
I'm a mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip?
All the way.
That's pretty
Nothing better.
You're the one who can't stand ice cream cake, right?
No, no ice cream
I love
cake.
ice cream cake too. That's yeah.
That's where I draw the line. All my cakes, all my baked goods, ice cream cake.
Like if I can just like walk into Tops and grab like an ice cream cake, and not even anybody's birthday, just
an ice cream cake just for yourself.
Put my own name on it.
Yeah, Jesse. All right, well, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me. Really
no
appreciate
problem.
It. It's always cool to
all right.
hang out with you.